To be honest, now I'm starting to feel it. I think now prep is starting to kick in. This is the time where I'm actually starting to feel like I'm on prep. Until now, until I would say until last week, I was still okay. You know, of course, dieting, a bit of fatigue and stuff, but I think till that point, everyone, or at least most people, will be able to do it. But these next 7 weeks, I would say 6 weeks of fat loss left, these will be the tough ones. These can be called actual prep. So let's see what will come out. Let's see if I'm actually made for this. Okay, hello guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hope you're all well, and hope you're having a lovely day whenever you're going to watch this. Okay, today it is the 12th of April, so we're currently 7 weeks out from my first ever natural bodybuilding show. The day started as usual, as my usual rest day, so no alarm set. Woke up naturally around 6:15. The night sleep was okay, not enough in terms of like I wanted to get a bit more, but of course in the phase we're at now, my body is waking me up a little bit earlier and a few times during the night as well. So I got about 6.5 hours sleep, but that's okay. I feel good, to be honest. Sleep was okay, so I can't really complain. So first of all, I did some work. After that, got up as usual. Body weight 66.6 this morning, so dropped down almost a kilo from last week. Then did some posing actually, because I had to send a video to my posing coach, and then went for a walk outside. The weather it is still actually very nice, a bit chilly, but very nice. So went for a nice walk with my hydration drink and a decaf green tea, so no caffeine today. So yeah, things are moving nicely, which is good. So we are here today. As I said, it's a rest day, 7 weeks out, and so I'm going to show you my full day of eating on a rest day. From today, we have a drop in calories. So the plan is I'm going away. I'm going to Italy in not this week, the week after, for 3 days for a wedding. So we've decided yesterday with my coach to push for the next 10 days. So we dropped calories, increased expenditure, pushed as hard as we can until then take 3 days off, or at least, you know, some sort of a deload, because to be honest, I will be traveling, I will have the wedding and then traveling back. So realistically, it wouldn't be possible for me to actually train and do some cardio, so it would be smart to push as much as we can and then try and be active while I'm away. Stick to the diet, of course, that will be a non-negotiable, and I will probably show you how I will manage that. And so yeah, that will be some sort of a deload for me, so I'm gonna push as hard as possible for these next 10 days and see what comes out. So calories have dropped and cardio's gone up. So as I said, today is a full day of eating, so I'm gonna show you my different meals. I'm not gonna make it as long as I did in the previous video, so I'm gonna go straight to the first meal actually. And what we've got today, we've got egg white oats, but savory version. Today we're gonna go for 2 egg white oats, savory version as a first meal and a sweet version as my last meal, and it's very similar to the one you saw on my training day, just lower food. So we've got egg white oats, we've got the base here, which I pre-made, and I'm letting it rest here. And then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make the eggs, 2 eggs, put them on top. What we got inside there, we've got oats, egg whites, bell peppers, and passata, tomato sauce, some spices of course. So I'm gonna quickly make the eggs and then actually show you the final results, because these, to be honest, will make your diet a lot easier, because it's very satiating, very tasty. But yeah, I'll show you the final product once it's ready. Eggs made to perfection. I love, as I mentioned in my previous video, I love my eggs runny. The yolks have to be runny. So I'm gonna assemble the meal, add the last little bit of ingredient, show you the final product. I'm gonna enjoy it, and then I will take you to my next meals. Stay tuned, because today I'm gonna show you some tasty ones, some tasty meals. Even though calories are low, you can still really enjoy your diet, to be honest. So there we have it, guys. Look, I'm gonna show you. I don't normally do this, but I will do it just for you, just to show you the beauty of this. So we've got the egg yolks, the eggs cooked to perfection, and there we go. We've got some kimchi that I added on top. We got tomato sauce, Italian passata. Look at the consistency, and some bell peppers inside as well. So this is my meal one. I'm gonna enjoy this, and then I will catch up with you for my next one. Okay guys, here we are, back for my second meal of the day. It is now 1 p.m, a little bit later than I was planning to have this meal, but it's okay. I had a good amount of work to do, to be honest, because basically I'm moving to a different coaching app. So I have to move all my clients, do again the programming, the nutrition side, set the new forms and stuff. So it's taking longer than I was expecting. Speaking of that, if you're interested in coaching, either online or in person, if you live around the Wiltshire area, in England, of course, don't hesitate to send me a message, get in contact with me. I'm always happy to help. So just reach out to me, and then we'll find a solution. Anyway, so it is now, as I said, 1 p.m. I've got this meal too. To be honest, I'm not even that hungry yet. So that tells you how satiating the first meal is, despite, you know, being a small amount of food. If you think about it, it was just like, 30 grams of oats and egg whites and so on. But yeah, it did satiate me quite a good amount, so happy with that. So now we've got meal two. As you can see, it's a decent amount of food, considering the calories. We've got couscous, 25 grams if I remember correctly, 200 grams of prawns, 50 lettuce, 50 tomatoes, and 50 grams of cucumber, fermented cucumber, which is there, that I made myself. As you can see, decent size meal. So yeah, I'm gonna enjoy this. Then actually I'm gonna cut my hair. Yes, I do cut my own hair. And then I will be back with my third meal, which will be a nice little treat. So yeah, that would be interesting, that would be fun. So next time you're gonna see me will be with hopefully a nice and fresh cut, and also a nice little treat. And this is how the meal is presenting. Actually, I'm feeling a bit hungry now. Right, I'm gonna enjoy this, and see you in a bit, guys. Okay guys, welcome back to my office. Haircut done. I'm not bald, so I would say a successful one. And yeah, no, I'm ready now for the best, well, I would say the best meal of the day, and what I look forward every Sunday, which is actually, let's go step by step, and then I'll show you what it is at the end. So what I did, I've got here 100 grams of courgette, which I previously grated and strained, so I don't want excessive water, because I'm going to make a cake, cream of rice cake. So ingredients we've got for this meal: 100 grams of courgette, then we're gonna put 25 grams of cream of rice, 20 grams, sorry. And here I've got white chocolate hazelnut by Perform. I've got different ones. I've used Train by JP in the past, Conte, Supplement Needs. To be honest, they're all good. They're all good. They all got very good flavors. So, but today I fancy some sort of Bueno taste, Kinder Bueno taste flavor. So I'm gonna go for this one, and then so I'm gonna go 20 grams of this. So 20 grams of cream of rice. Then we've got, because I want to make it, like as I said, a Bueno flavor, we've got cocoa powder. So we've got the white chocolate flavor, white chocolate hazelnut flavor from here, and then we're gonna add a bit of a chocolatey flavor with the cocoa powder. So we got 5 grams of this, right? Okay, here we go, 5 grams of this. Then 3 more ingredients. Next one will be the liquid part, which will be 100 grams of egg whites. Then, as usual, salt, that it can never be missed in every meal, and also sweet meals. What else? Last ingredient to make it a little bit more of a cakey consistency and raise a little bit. Sorry, I'm gonna add about 2 or 3 grams of baking powder. Now we got everything in there. I'm gonna actually, what I do, I normally put a bit of water just to activate the baking powder. That is it. Now I'm gonna mix this with my spatula. I love this spatula, I use it for everything. So apart from this is just one part of this meal, but the actual treat, it will be on top of this, which I will show you later. So once I've mixed this up, I'm gonna put it in the air fryer for 50 minutes at 108 degrees. And then once it's ready, I'm gonna show you what the next part of the meal will be, and then from there we'll show you the end result. Okay, we are ready for the second part of the meal, which is the cherry on top. We've got a Ninja Creamy. I absolutely love this thing. Of course now it's a bit chilly, but so I only have it once a week on a Sunday afternoon at this time, every time, same way. I absolutely love it. So what I'm going to do, so most people put the container under running water. To be honest, I don't get the point. What I normally do, I just take the lid off first. So I just put it in a container with hot water and just let it defrost for a few minutes. So what we want to do here is just basically letting defrost the edges. So the edges, they are the outside part and the underneath part, simply because the blade doesn't go all the way to the edges. So by doing this way, you wouldn't get as many crystals inside, so it would be like a bit of a smoother texture. That depends of course on the way, and if you put some sort of binding agents and that sort of stuff. I didn't put anything, I've got just whey and almond milk in there. So in the meanwhile, I also made a coffee. Didn't have a coffee this morning, so I saved it for this meal, which is nice and warm. I've made it with my usual nice little blender. Don't know if you can see it. It's amazing as usual. Oh yes, I did put a bit of extra cocoa powder here, no other fats added, just cocoa powder and almond milk and a bit of coffee and ESN flavor powder. Anyway, this is almost ready. We've got 3 minutes left for the cake to be ready. And yeah, I'm gonna let this defrost a little bit, get the creamy ready, and then I might show you all the different steps that I normally do for my creamy, and then I will show you the end result. Can't wait. Okay, first spin done, and as you can see, it looks a little bit powdery. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do 1 or 2 more spins until I get the consistency I want. Some people add some extra almond milk. I normally just do spins and it comes out okay. Oh, actually, one thing I need to do now is to make sure that we reduce the amount of crystals inside. I just scrape the sides with a butter knife, the sides and the bottom as much as I can. And then, yeah, as I said, spin it 1 or 2 more times until I reach the desired consistency. Here we've got the base, it's cooked, so it's nice and warm indeed. So I like the contrast of warm and cold, and then I've got to end it off. I've got my coffee to, you know, It's still a bit chilly. I've got my little coffee to keep me warm after this little change of temperature. Okay, so gonna do this, then do a couple more spins. Okay, I ended up doing 4 spins, so a bit more than I was expecting. This time I didn't add, I normally add xanthan gum. Yes, xanthan gum. This time I didn't, and I think I should have added it, to be honest, because it's still not a good consistency, but it came out a little bit. You can taste more ice crystals, which is still okay, not ideal though. So yeah, next time I might add actually xanthan gum also, because I did 350 almond milk and then 25 grams of, actually it's not whey, but it is vegan protein powder by Perform, which for a creamy is actually very good, because it comes like a thicker consistency, and it is closer to an actual ice cream, so I really like it. So noted, next time I will use the xanthan gum if I use this amount of almond milk. Okay, so this is going to go on top of this. I'm gonna go enjoy this, chill for a bit, watch probably a bit of television, and then crack on with some work, because I'm aiming to finish all my work by today, so then I can relax and chill this evening. So I'm gonna eat this, and then I think, yeah, we'll catch up for my 4th meal, which you've seen already in my previous full day of eating, so it'll be a quick one. This one was the surprise today. So right, I'm gonna enjoy this and talk to you in a bit. Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh, all right guys, here we are, time for meal 4. I've completed most of my work. I've just got 2 check-in response to do, then I'm just gonna chill for the rest of the day, to be honest. Yeah, I've got meal 4 here. I've got, same as last full day of eating, same as the training day, I've got 125 grams of lean beef mince, grass-fed, 100 grams of sweet potatoes, 50 grams zucchini, 40 grams carrot. No fats, I mean, apart from the fats contained in beef. As I said this morning, the plan is to push for the next 10 days as much as we can. So fats are lowered, and yeah, just I think it's around, on rest days, around 35 grams of fats from today. So yeah, to be honest, now I'm starting to feel it. I think now prep is starting to kick in. This is the time where I'm actually starting to feel like I'm on prep. Until now, until I would say until last week, I was still okay. You know, of course, dieting, a bit of fatigue and stuff, but I think till that point, everyone, or at least most people, will be able to do it. But these next 7 weeks, I would say 6 weeks of fat loss left, these will be the tough ones. These can be called actual prep. So let's see what will come out. Let's see if I'm actually made for this, you know? I've never done it before, so I guess we'll find out together. To be honest, yeah, since I've never been there, I don't know if I will make it on time in terms of, you know, being lean enough for the standards of the federation I'm going to compete in. I've seen a couple of competitions already of that federation, and to be honest, the standard is crazy high, considering also that it's for natural bodybuilders, and for natural bodybuilders to reach that level of condition that they bring, honestly, fair play to them. So let's see if I can actually be one of them. I mean, I can make the stage, but how will I be able to make it, you know? So this is the question. Let's see. I don't know if I'm behind. Maybe I am a bit, but it's my first time. My body has never been there. I don't know what my body can take, so we'll find out together. The goal is to get as lean as possible. I'm currently 66.6, ideally 64 or below. That would be, I would be happy with that. I think 62 would be the maximum achievable, but at what cost? I might just be like bones, just have bones left at that body weight. So we'll have to see if it's actually worth that sort of push in terms of, you know, size that I will bring in, because it's not just about the condition, you know. It's always, you know, a compromise between condition and muscularity. So we'll see. I'm already a lighter person. I'm a smaller person. I don't consider myself nowhere near being a muscular person. So we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, as I said, it's starting to get a bit challenging, but this is also the fun part, you know. This is also the thing that you will experience in very few occasions, you know, when you take your body to the limit and you start, everything is complicated. Everything you do, every daily activity becomes like, you know, a challenge. Even just doing steps, the way your legs feel super heavy, how lethargic you feel, how spaced out you feel as well, not present, you know, in the moment, which is probably the hardest part. You know, the low energy, the being spaced out, not feeling social in a way, or at least not willing to be social. I think this is the hardest part. It's not the hunger, the hardest part, because that is manageable 100% in any situation. It's just, you know, the lack of energy in general, and especially for a job like mine, where it's a social job. You know, I work with people, so I need to be on point mentally and socially, and you know. So that is probably the hardest challenge, but so far so good, to be honest. I've got 6 more weeks to go. Let's see how much of a zombie I will be at the end of this. But yeah, anyway, it's time to actually have my meal. It's a little bit cold now, so I might need to reheat the meal before I can actually eat it. So I'm gonna start from the carrot, because it'll be a little snack, with my little fork and my little spatula to get the residual at the end, because I don't want to leave any calorie on the table, neither now that I'm on prep or when I'm on off season, because I think we as bodybuilders, I mean, I'm not a proper bodybuilder yet because I haven't competed before, but people who live this lifestyle, we like to be very precise when it comes to measurements and stuff. But then one thing that really annoys me is when I see people leaving food in the plate. So what is the point of being so precise when measuring if you then don't actually eat the food that you're measuring? So to me, this is an essential utensil. So I'm definitely gonna bring it always with me. So gonna enjoy this meal, carrots, watch a bit of TV, finish my last bit of work, and then I'll catch up with you for the last meal. All right, guys, it is time for the last meal of the day. Change of plans. In the end, I didn't make any egg white oats, to be honest. I didn't have the will to make one. It's been a busy day, to be honest, and yeah, I just didn't have the will to make it in advance, let it rest, and so on. So I just made normal oats, a bit of ESM powder, cocoa powder in it, a bit of salt as usual, and just whey, skyr, chia seeds, and my 50 grams kiwi. So I wanted to show you the coffee, honestly. Look at the froth, amazing. Then we got the oats. The whey with the skyr is way too runny, but it's all right. It will do. It will still taste very nice, so it's all good. Right, it's been a long day, but productive day. So we're all happy with it. And now, yeah, only one thing left. I'm just gonna eat this meal, enjoy, chill, rest, watch a bit of football. And yeah, guys, if you like the video, please like, subscribe and share. And actually, I'll pop the macros of the day and each meal as well. And yeah, I will see you in the next one. Also, I forgot to show you the best part, which is my pajama, which is a gift from one of my dearest friends and first ever client. So thank you, Martina. I love it. And yeah, guys, see you soon.